Hi everyone, I'm Shankar. I'm doing my PGPBM course in IM Trichy. So here I'm just talking about the population of India and how it is impacting the economy in general. What is population? In general, population is all the organisms that both belong to the same group or species and live in the same geographical area. Or in terms of sociology, we can refer it as a collection of human beings. Well, here we see is population explosion a boon or a curse? See, you can differentiate in two ways. It's a boon for a developed country, but it's a curse for a developing country. In simple terms, we can tell for a rich person having a lot of money in hand, having two or three children doesn't matter because he's having sufficient financials to take care of their future. But if the same case, if it's a middle income family having two or three kids, it will be highly troublesome for them to have a good upbringing for their children. So India is in the middle income group. Let's see the population. This status or data I'm having as of 2012. So it was 1.22 billion, which is 122 crores, out of which 628 is male population, and the remaining 591 is female population. And sex ratio, as you can see, is 940 female per thousand. So this again has some weightage to the female feticide which is happening across India. And if you again see that for the last 25 years, the population has increased around 50%. So the ratio at which the population is increasing is alarming. And now a statistic of the Indian population vis-a-vis China. So India's population in 1947 was 350 million, which is like 35 crores, and in 2001 it has surpassed 100 crores, and in the next 10 years it has again increased by another 20 crores. And if you see the chart, China will be overtaken by India in 2030, and if you see till 2050, China is way declining below India, and India is shooting up like a rocket in terms of population, which is around touching around 1500 billion. And this slide shows how the population of a country changes. It is like additions are like the births and the immigrations are added, minus the deaths and the emigration. And due to the medical advancements in the country, the birth rates are increasing, and again the death rates are decreasing because of the better medical facilities. And immigration to a better developed country due to better job opportunities and natural causes like hurricane, earthquake, and so on are happening. So this we discussed. And now coming to the birth rate, there are 51 births a minute, which accounts to around 3060 births in an hour, 73,440 a day, which calculates to nearly 26.1 million in a year. And the countries with the most births per year, India is in number one position, closely followed by China. And if you see, most of them are the developing countries which are having no control on their birth rates. So what does it lead to? It leads to no food, no clothes, and no job. And that picture speaks for itself, where the majority of the population would be in that, and the upper cream would be having a good financial and monetary benefits. So, and one of the reasons why there is a huge increase in the population is the early child marriage for the girls. and this is still prevalent in most of the rural areas and in some part of the urban area. And coming to the death rate, the crude death rate in India in 1981 was approximately 12.5, and that has decreased to approximately 8.7 in 1999. Infant mortality rate in India has decreased from 129 in 81 to approximately 72 in 1999. So this development is good for the economy and society of India, but strictly in terms of population, this advancement has further enhanced the increase in population. And the graph shows a decline in the infant mortality rate. And currently the migration in India is 0.08 migrants per thousand, so that is very less. And how it's impacting the economy, it's leading to air pollution, water pollution, unemployment and illiteracy, and scarcity of food resources. Pollution is related to agricultural decline. We'll see here. There's an increase in 2 degrees Celsius in the air temperature, and it decreases the rice yield by 0.75 ton per hectare. So that's alarming. And it's also estimated that a drastic increase in the greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide may cause the wheat production to fall as much as 68%. Additionally, the changing climatic conditions have the potential to significantly increase the tropical disturbances like cyclones and storms in the coastal regions. So again, we feel that there's a lot of water surrounding us, but that's not the case, because only 3% of that is consumable by the humans. And effect of pollution. The petroleum products required for automobile cooking and other such human activities. Pesticide and herbicide used for agriculture by the Indian farmers. Heavy metal from industries, automobiles, exhaust and mines. Sawdust waste. Excessive organic matters like fertilizers and other organic matter used by the farmers. Sediments caused by soil erosion produced by strip mines, agriculture and roads. And thermal pollution caused by the deforestation. And unemployment and illiteracy. In 1972, unemployment rates in the rural area were 1.2 for male and 0.5 for females. And in urban area it was 4.8 for males and 6.8 for females. And this unemployment rate rose to 2.3 for males and 1.5 for females in rural areas, and 4.9 for males and 8.2 for females in the urban area in 1998. And this is a comparison at par with all the major countries in the world, wherein again India is leading the pack in terms of unemployment. So here we can also say, we may have quantity in numbers, but the quality of people who are there, we are still lacking. And the food resources are always limited, and in a developing country which is highly populous, it is even scarcer. And more than half of all the children under the age of 4 are malnourished. 30% of newborns are significantly underweight, and 60% of women are anemic. So this is a huge cause for concern for the Indian government. And what are the measures to be taken to control the population to have a better future for the country? So the family planning agenda was there a long time back, and it's still there. And in place of China's one family, one child policy, here we have two child family. Because two child itself, if it is sustained for a longer period, it will have a control on the birth rate.